Okay, so today I'm going to be talking about something that literally any streamer can relate to, whether you're a VTuber or a FlashTuber. I'm talking about stream anxiety. Now, I'll preface this by saying that the best advice that I can give you right off the bat for streaming, along with any sort of public speaking, is that the more you do it, the easier it is. But there's a bit more to it than that. Whether you're an introvert with social anxiety, or you're just socially awkward in general, the thought of putting yourself out there for people to see may always be a stressful experience, no matter how many times you do it. But here's something important to keep in mind. Your stream space is your space, and you're entitled to run it how you please, especially if you're an indie, without the pressure of having somebody looking over your shoulder expecting you to meet certain criteria. Now, if you're a corpo, the expectations placed upon you may be different. The important thing to remember is that they hired you for you, and who you are, regardless of whose model they're running. Not that I know anything about that myself, at least not yet. If you mess something up, it's not going to be the end of the world. Your stream is not a Broadway musical, and your joke is not an airplane. There's nothing at stake if you can't land it every time, unless you work for Boeing. And don't feel like you're obligated to fill every moment with conversation either. Think of streaming not necessarily as a presentation, but more just like hanging out with friends. Sometimes awkward silences are just unavoidable. Now, if you know me, you know that I'm pretty much the textbook opposite of an introvert. But even I get stream anxiety, despite the fact that I stream almost every day. But not for the reasons you might think. Now, I'll admit, I am a perfectionist and a bit of a tryhard. So I always want to try to make sure that I have as much as possible working before I hit that button. Because there's nothing more embarrassing than having to stop and restart your stream for something that could have been fixed earlier. And so once you hit that button, there's really no going back. But at the same time, once that starting soon screen spools up and you see people start to trickle in, all that anxiety should just melt away, regardless of the reason for it in the first place. But you gotta hit that button!
Push the goddamn button!
Push the goddamn button!
You heard what she said.
So now I'd like to know what you thought of this video. If you agree, let me know in the comments. If you disagree, let me know in the comments. And if you feel some other way entirely, well, feel free to let me know in the comments as well. I'm Nyanko Punkatunko, wishing y'all a wonderful rest of your day, and ciao from you.